Welcome back to Detroit. This is Mitch Evans, who drives the Pepsi America's Choice. He is the second generation of the Evans family driving. Of course, his father Norm did. But this is your first trip to Detroit, right?
Yeah, this is first time out. We'd been here a few years ago. We couldn't get the boat qualified, so Ed called me and I came back, and it's a lot of fun.
What's it feel like? You know your dad drove out here, coming down into Detroit, the Yankee Stadium of the Hydros, as Chip Hanauer puts it.
Yeah, it's really exciting for me. You know, I remember coming out here when I was a small child, and coming back and racing now is it's real exciting.
Your bloodline continues, huh?
Oh yeah. Especially in a boat like this, being a conventional, you know, and a rough course, it's unreal.
Okay, well, good luck.
All right, thanks.
Incidentally, we are on an abbreviated schedule. They have moved the final up an hour earlier because of a weather front coming in. 2A on schedule, likewise for 2B, we hope. All four boats up and running here in Heat 2A, the second flight. Miller American again matched with the Mr. Pringles. Scotty Pierce and the Pringles hoping to get a better start this time after jumping the gun in Heat 1A. All the boats safe. You can hear the gun. They're just crossing the starting line right now. The Miller American comfortably in first place. In second place is the Pocket Saver Plus with Todd Yarling out of Hanover, Indiana. The Miller American with that padded canopy above the head of Chip Hanauer going into the first turn. Second place, Todd Yarling and the Bukowski Buick, also called the Pocket Savers Plus, dual sponsorship here in Detroit. And the Miller American coming down the back chute where all the boats have been a little light today. Jim Kropfeld was concerned about it, running and adjusting the canard wings. Those are the wings in front of the cockpit. The Mr. Pringles running now. Scott Pierce also with canard wings up in front of him. He can adjust and change the ride or affect the ride of the sponsors and the overall boat. Second place is Scotty Pierce trying to challenge the Miller American. In third place is Todd Yarling. All the boats running considerably lower than they were, or slower than they were during qualifying. Much more traffic. The water here, yeah, it looks smooth, but believe me, it is not. As they go down to the end of the main straightaway, that's where you hit those big rollers or the swells in front of the Whittier Hotel. Scotty Pierce and the Duncan Hines presents Mr. Pringles. With a long name. Got a lot of them today in Detroit. Oh, my, look at the boat getting way out of shape. The U-22 and Todd Yarling, they have only one propeller to work with today. Todd saying that his right leg went to sleep because of the rough water in the last heat, so he's getting beat up a little bit as he tries to hold on to third place. Miller American first. Hanauer, who won his first ever Gold Cup in the Atlas Van Lines here a few years back, about 5 years to be exact. Scotty Pierce with one victory to his credit, that being back in '85 down in Miami in this particular boat when it was powered by a Merlin engine, a piston engine. No longer. We don't have any Merlin engines in this sport anymore, with the exception of the Boy Alberto, which we'll see out in Tri-Cities, out in Washington, the western half of the swing on this circuit. And the Mr. Pringles again. Very happy with the results of their marketing for the Mr. Pringles, and they want to go racing throughout this year, and hopefully even more so in 1988. The Miller American and Chip Hanauer, the national champion back in 1985. Todd Yarling in third place. The Holson Miss Madison, it is Lavery. And the Miller American in first. Stan Hanauer, the father of Chip, watching on as he was last year here in Detroit, watching his son become the only man in modern times to win 5 straight Gold Cups. Stan has worked on hydros for many years. In fact, built his son's first hydro. Scotty Pierce, he was quite a go-kart driver back in his teenage years, national champion, in fact. Todd Yarling, he worked his way up the ranks in the limited boats, and then on to the unlimiteds driving for Jim Sedan. The Miller American, new sponsors, they worked on this boat throughout the week, trying to settle it down somewhat, but you can see it's still riding rather roughly in certain areas of the course. And you get all the help you can, any way you can in hydroplane racing. Again from our camera at water level, right in the rooster tail turn, just beyond the pits. And Chip Hanauer coming down the main straightaway with a shot at another 400 points. Scotty Pierce needs the points to get into the finals, and he does, getting a second place. As you see, 525 should do it for Scott. along with the Pocket Savers Plus and the Wholesome Miss Madison, getting a 4th place. Down to the pits in the Miller camp.
Chip Hanauer, it looks like the water's getting even rougher.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to compare. It's been bad all day.
What about that corner number 3? If you get in close to the buoys, it seems like you're riding better.
You have less boat speed, though. That's why it might appear you're riding better. It's hard. I think everybody's just using these heats to search out a place to run where they can find some good water. I haven't found it yet.
Winner 4 out of 5 times here. Now, you must know the scores pretty well. What's the strategy for the final now that you've had a perfect day so far?
Well, Jim Cropfield's running really well, and I don't know that anybody can stay with him, but I think if there's anybody that can, it's the Miller American, and we'll just do our best to do that.
Thank you, Chip. Okay, Don.
The humidity continues to climb, the temperature continues to climb, and so do your points. I know you made a mistake on the first heat, but you're in the final now after the 2nd place here in the heat.
Well, that was the object. I really feel bad about that first heat. I haven't done anything that stupid since Miami in '85, and I won that day.
Maybe this is an omen.
I hope so. I feel bad for Pringles, and I know better than that. I timed off a wrong buoy once again.
But like they say, though, aggressive mistakes are often forgivable. It's the other ones that are hard to accept.
Well, that's true. You know, the boat's really running so much better now than what it has been, and so we're real pleased going into the final. We need to tame the boat down a little bit, and we're going to do everything we can to get her tame, even if that includes going back home to Seattle and redoing the spots. But
Okay.
I think you're going to have a good show.
And Detroit isn't known just for making good-looking automobiles. We'll be right back after this.